You and everything else, including the oceans and the atmosphere, are all spinning with the Earth at the same constant speed. Do you see the nonsense yet? Now the atmosphere is spinning with the Earth. At Alaska, it spins at 500 miles per hour. It spins at 1,037 miles per hour at the equator and 860 miles per hour in Los Angeles. Wow, what an amazing atmosphere indeed. But clouds and winds can move around with no problem while the entire atmosphere is magically attached to the spinning Earth at speeds faster than the speed of sound? It's simply ridiculous. To go even further with the deception, they now turn to the airplane example. If you were traveling on a plane, you don't feel it. You don't feel you're moving. Yeah, because the plane has a roof. What if we removed the top of the plane? Would you notice then? Of course you would. You would be dead. The article goes on to say, bottom line is that we don't feel the Earth rotate because Earth spins steadily and moves at a constant rate in orbit around the Sun, carrying you as a passenger with it. So where is the top of our plane? To believe that the atmosphere just spins freely, always knowing what speed to spin, is simply insanity. And again, even if we did have a roof, all the things that are the heaviest would be pushed to the outside of that roof, not to the inside, not towards the spinning ball Earth. If you look here, this is a video of me traveling with cruise control for 1 mile at 50 miles per hour. So let's pretend that we are on a merry-go-round at a spot where we spin at a linear speed of 50 miles per hour. Okay, it's pretty fast. But now imagine that we take a plane or travel to the equator. Are you ready to see what 1,000 miles per hour looks like? Here we go. Imagine that we are at the outside edge of a merry-go-round traveling 25,000 miles in a day, which equals 1,000 miles per hour. Well, here is that ridiculous speed. I mean, we'd be flung off in 2 seconds, and imagine if I had a trough of water with me. It would be completely gone. Now you have to imagine that the atmosphere is moving along with it at this speed. How? This is ridiculous, and clearly we would feel this edge linear velocity. But by making the Earth a giant sphere, saying it exists in a vacuum with an attached atmosphere that spins in concert with the ground below it, perfectly at the same speed as the ground, is patently absurd. That we wouldn't feel this speed or be able to detect it with our precise measuring devices is simply insanity. Again, all of this is just my opinion, and as I've said, you are free to believe the math that says it's possible, just as you can believe that the elephant can hang from the tree branch off the cliff. Be my guest. Believe you are spinning as we speak, floating along in outer space at such a perfect consistency that can't be felt, and it no longer even matters what speeds or equations they invent. We'd never feel it. They could tell you that you're flying through space at 89 trillion miles per hour. You can't tell. You're traveling in a plane and simply can't tell. Let's discuss for a second the atmosphere spinning with the Earth. So imagine, if you stand here with this column of air above you, that as you travel, the air moves exactly with you. Where would this end? If space is above you and the atmosphere thins with altitude, where does it stop spinning with you? If you sent a balloon up, eventually wouldn't the Earth spin out from below you? Well, we know this doesn't happen. If a helicopter were to hover above the ground, is it gravity that carries the helicopter along with it at 1,000 miles per hour as it hovers? Well, inertia, they might proclaim. Yes, because this way it's very easy to say, of course we don't know we're spinning, because we always have been and always will be. We and the atmosphere and the helicopter all have inertia. It's absolute crazy talk. It's a religion. It's simply a belief.